Hello, Hilton Hotel, Jamie speaking. Hi, yes, hi, okay, yes. You would like to make a reservation for two, perfect, yes. And could I take a name, please? That's Foden, yes, that's a Mr. P. Foden, very good. And could I take the second resident's name, please, for insurance purposes? Greenwood, so Mr. M. Greenwood. So I have a Mr. P. Foden and a Mr. M. Greenwood. Room for two this Saturday. Lovely jubbly. Supermarkets? Yes, we have the Marks and Spencers. We have the Waitrose. We have the Sainsbury's. Sorry, could you an Iceland? Just hold on 1 second. Do we have an Iceland around here? Sir, we do. We have two. You'll take it. Marvelous. Hi guys, I'm JFM, and this is the Tactics Board. Hi guys, I'm JFM and welcome back to another edition of the Tactics Board. Things have changed a little over here at FM Base. We've had a little bit of a rebrand. Let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know what you think on social media. Your feedback is absolute paramount. So guys, we're jumping straight in on one today. We have opted to test a tactic with Spanish-based side Atletico Bilbao. Atletico Bilbao, I've had plenty of run-ins with these guys in previous FM editions. Some of my greatest achievements, or some of my, not even achievements, just some of my best saves have really come from being with Bilbao over sort of the last 10 years. I just love the challenge that presents itself with only being able to sign players that are from the Basque Country, and then having to use players within your youth system and developing good prospects, sticking a massive contract release clause on them and making sure they don't go anywhere. Because seriously, guys, it is a lot of fun, but it can be very stressful at the same time. So, guys, a couple of weeks ago, we put a little poll out on Twitter to see which tactic we were going to test. Those tactics were chosen at random. It was taken from the first four tactic creators, shall I say. They got put into a poll, and you chose, guys. So the tactics you chose was the 2-3-2-2-1 Goals Remastered version 1.0 by Breto1. Now this tactic is quite high up there in regards to the analysis that has been done, the testing that has been done on this tactic. A lot of people have been successful using this tactic, so kudos to Breto1. But we are here today to see if we can add a stipulation to that test. We are going to take, I would say, a middle, you know what I mean, like not an underachieving side, but like a middle table side. See, add a stipulation being that they can only sign players from the Basque Country. They can only use youth players from the development system and stuff like that. We are then going to add that into the mix, and we're going to see what this tactic does with these restrictions that we have at this club. So, guys, we're going to jump straight in it. We're going to go straight into our tactic screen. As you can see, we have got the tactic in front of us. We ain't going to mess about. We're going to dive straight in, guys, and we're going to have a little review about the player instructions, the tactical instructions. So, guys, at the back, we've got a sweeper keeper attack. Instructions are pass it shorter, dribble more, and take more risks. Now, backing up the back line, we have ball-playing defenders whose instructions are to pass it shorter, dribble more, shoot less often, stay wider, tackle harder, take more risks, and hold position. That is like for like on both sides. Going over to the wing-back left, we've got take more risks, cross from byline, dribble more, shoot less often, stay wider, tackle harder, run wide with ball, and get further forward. Now, going on to the right-hand side, it's exactly the same. Let's jump up above because we've got a winger attack. And in that winger attack, we've got tackle harder, mark tighter, dribble more, run wide with ball, cross more often, cross from byline, get further forward, stay wider. And then we go on to the left, and it is very, very symmetrical, very mirrored, very the same. Just double check that we are in the right place at the right time. Breto. Perfect. Lovely jubbly. So yes, we are here. And then we've got attacking midfielders, which take more risks, dribble more, shoot less often, move into channels, tackle harder, mark tighter, and get further forward. And the same for the right hand side. And we've actually got an advanced forward now who's going to occupy those channels when nobody is in play, and when we've got the attacking midfielders making inverted runs and the wingers making the overlapping runs as well. Take more risks, dribble more, tackle harder, mark tighter, get further forward, and move into channels. Right, guys, we are playing on a positive mentality. In possession, we are fairly wide. We are playing out of defence, more direct passing, higher tempo, and working the ball into the box. We have got mixed crosses. So in transition, we are counter press and counter. So at the same time as losing the ball, we want to get on that press right away. We want to press them high, and we want to win that ball back, retain possession, and then hit them on the counter when they don't know their ass from their elbow. We have got slow pace down in goalkeeper in possession. He wants to slow it down. Everybody's going to find their shape, and he's going to dictate the tempo from the back. Distribute to centre backs and roll it out. It is all about that transitional play, going through the gears, going through the motions, and building from the back. Now, out of possession, we've got a much higher line, but a standard defensive line, because we've only got those two centre-backs sitting there. So they have got to be tight. They have got to be there, and they have got to be tight on that line. Also, this is going to require a lot of running from the wing-backs, because they're going to be getting up, but at the same time, they're going to need to be getting back. So naturally, that centre midfielder who's got a lot of work to do on his own is going to be dropping at times, which means everybody's got to drop. And then we've got extremely urgent pressing and prevent short goalkeeper distribution. Right, guys, so what we're going to do, we're going to chuck in the best 11. We're going to go on holiday halfway into the season, and we're going to come back and we're going to have a look and see how we have gotten on. Let's just have a go, guys. We are going to pick, without restriction, best 11. This is what it's given us. Let's take a little look at the tactics. Simon in goal, Martinez and Yeri at the back, with DeMarcos, Danny Garcia, and Yuri across that line. Cordoba, Williams on the wings, Raul Garcia and Munwine in attacking midfield, and club legend Aduriz in attack. Brilliant stuff. Right, guys, say no more. Let's go home. My profile, go on holiday. Let's return on a different date. Next month, no, Tuesday. We're going to go for January the 6th, 2020. Go on holiday. There we are, guys. Let's just jump on our time machine. Let's get into the future and let's see what happens. Hey, guys, you join me at the halfway stage of our tactic test with Atletico Bilbao. Testing tactic 2-3-2-2-1 goals remastered by Breto 1. How have we been getting on? Let's take a little gander. Let's go on to our schedule and let's see how we've been getting on from pre-season up till now. As you can see, pre-season didn't go that great. Is it, half and half, you know what I mean? 50-50. We picked up a 1-0 win against Espanyol. We then went on to lose 2-1 to Leganes. Sevilla, we drew 0-0, beating Levante. We've picked up probably more. We've dropped points than we have gained points. Let's just say that we've dropped more points than we have picked up points on the in general. Things aren't really looking great at this stage. We beat GOALS, if that's how you want to pronounce it, 9-0. So I suppose against the team that are not at your standard, I suppose it's not too shabby. So yeah, we've established that we've definitely dropped more points than we have gained more points at this halfway point in the season. Again, you've got to prepare for the inevitability that you've got to build familiarity with the tactics. If you're playing it actually in game yourself, you're going to make adjustments. You're going to be picking players based on form and not their best 11. We'll go into the league. We'll see how we're faring in the league. We are 9th. We played 19 games, points 27. There is kind of 17-point gap between 9th and 1st. So it is kind of a big difference. So let's just go on to home. And let's just have a little look and probably see what we could do going forward. I don't think in regards to much, really. I think we're just going to run with it. We're going to run with it and see what happens. So let's just have a look on our club info. See how captain Ike Minuan's been getting on. He's played 16 games, scored 4, 1 assist, 7.7 average rating. It's not too bad if you're talking from a personal perspective, but at the same time, it's very much, you know what I mean, it's not that great, to be honest. 9th. We can do better, and we will do better, so I'll tell you what, we'll carry on through the save and see how things fare out. So what we're going to do now, guys, we are going to go home, we are going to go my profile, we're going to go on holiday, and we are going to go on holiday to the end of the season. We're going to see what this tactic does and see if it actually brings us any joy towards the end of the season. So end of the season is around about May. Let's say May the 18th, which is a Monday. Beautiful stuff. We're going to set. We're going to get ready. We're going to go. Right, guys. Join me in the final part to see how we got on in this series. I'm not feeling optimistic, but maybe they might surprise us. They might surprise us and have a resurgence going forward. But until then, guys, here's a public service announcement. We're at a halfway point of this Atletico Bilbao tactic test. We have been testing the tactic 2-3-2-2-1 goals remastered by Breto 1. Things aren't looking too bad for the Basque S side at the minute, but can they familiarise themselves with the tactic and become a dominant force going forward? Stay tuned to find out. Guys, if you haven't pre-ordered your copy of FM21, then look no further. The guys over at FM Base have got an incredible deal on at the minute. It's £30.44 to secure yourself a copy of FM21, which includes beta access 2 weeks prior to general release, guys. That is £30.44. You'd be a fool to miss it, guys. Hit the links in the description and away you go. Hi guys, welcome back to the final part of the tactics board, testing the 2-3-2-2-1 goals remastered version 1.0 by Breto 1 with Spanish club Atletico Bilbao. As you know, when we got to the halfway point of the season, things weren't looking too great for the Basque S team. We were sitting 9th. We were really struggling with form. We were probably dropping more points than we were gaining more points. But I was optimistic going forward. We kept the tactic the same. We simmed straight through to the end of the season, and just to see if we could build any familiarity with this tactic. So guys, let's have a little look at the schedule and see how they got on with the remainder of the season. So we're going to go to the 16th. Let's say so the 12th of the 1st, 2020. We didn't do too bad. We won 2 games, 3-0 back to back, perfect. Then we drew against Valencia, lost in the Spanish Cup against Deportivo La Coruña. Picking up another win to end January quite well with Granada, so things weren't too shabby. Now, looking at this, we went on the rest of the season. We went on to actually draw and win more games than we lost. Now, probably losing on average one a month. So it's not too bad, but you've got those niggly little draws in between as well, which just didn't do us justice. So, did we pick up points using this tactic? No, we didn't. Did we probably drop more points over the course of the season? Yeah, we dropped a lot of points over the course of the season. We've got little 1-0s, like, you know what I mean, little 1-1-alls and 1-0 losses, and massive 5-0 loss to Real Madrid away. Again, losing to Barca. I don't think we beat any of the big boys using this tactic. We lost 3-0 to Atletico Madrid. So this tactic definitely isn't a giant killer. You know what I mean? I think if you're playing with a successful team like your Real Madrids, your Barcelonas, your Man Cities, Liverpools, Inter Milan, those teams are set up to just kill you. So this tactic is going to hit you if you have got a team of superstars. No doubt about it. And I think as well, with the correct provisions, the correct transitions and transfers, and you're actually managing the squad going through the course of the season, playing it in real time, you're picking players on form and not best 11 or reputation. Like I said, bit of training here, bit of training there, you've got the right transfers in. I think this tactic can do well. Am I impressed? It's hard to say because it's somebody else's creation, but is it for me? No, it's not for me. Simply because, I'll show you. We finished 11th. You know what I mean? with teams like Real Betis and Sociedad and Vigo above us on 59 points. Look at the gap, you know what I mean? 59 to 93. You know what I mean? That's 44 points. Sorry, that's 34 points there. A 34-point gap towards the top of the table. This is definitely not a giant killer tactic. I think there's a lot of work that needs to be put in the background in regards to training, opposition instructions, the correct players, form, transfers. Needs to go in to actually get this tactic to work. Again, we simulated it, we tested it. Judging off my opinion, looking at the analysis, looking at the breakdown and the tactic tests that have been done before, I've got to say it's not for me. Again, if you're a giant killer, if you're a big club, then I reckon it will work. But for a club like Bilbao, for a club that have already got restrictions in regards to only being able to play players from the Basque Country, using their development system, using their youth players, making sure they keep hold of their real world-class or top players, I think you're gonna come unstuck. Again, massive credit to Brito for creating this tactic. Again, if you are a top-end team, you are going to dominate with it, but it isn't a giant killer. It isn't a tactic to get a Torquay United up the divisions and winning the Champions League within 6 seasons. A lot of work needs to be put in the background, so credit to anybody that does take this tactic on and anybody that does smash it with this tactic. Right, guys, let's have a little look. It won't be fair to not have a look at some personal achievements. Inaki Williams still got 13 goals. Mun Wine 7.29 on average, 11 assists. Danny Garcia with a 94% pass completion. So the passing's up there, which is great. So yeah, most player of the matches is Mun Wine again. So hey ho. Right, guys, I have been JFM. This has been the Tactics Board. You have been awesome. Don't forget to check out that wicked offer at fmbase.co.uk and pre-order your copy of FM21 now. Stay safe, guys. Listen to the Wally with a blonde hair and don't do anything stupid. Peace.